With a desire to see more of what the world has to offer, we have been working away for the last few months, turning this 1997 Stewart & Stevenson into our ultimate expedition vehicle. With a fresh coat of paint, new lights, we are pushing ourselves to create a home that will not only allow us to travel, but to see the world from a different perspective. So follow along and join our journey as we transform this bare-bone military truck into our tiny home on wheels. So what I'm doing here right now is our electrical circuits. I am almost, let me just correct this camera here. I'm just about done the 120 volt side because we're in Canada, so 120 volts is our voltage. Just installing this little switch panel. This is going to be for my 12 volt. There's 12 switches on here. So we're going to control a bunch of the lights from here. And it's also Bluetooth control, so it's kind of nice if you're sitting outside, say, and you want to flip on the outside lights. You just go on your app, and then you flip it on. So just a simple, not sponsored or anything, but this is just a 12 volt or 24 volt switch panel, and then you can have your custom things on there. So I'm just running it through. They're roughly going to be right there, like that. And then the switch part will be in the garage area where the rest of the electrical is, where the inverter and all that is going to be. What's nice about this, it just keeps everything really clean. And you don't need a million switches, it's just super clean. I have one in my truck, and it looks very clean. And yeah, so I'm just going to run the cable through, and then we're going to run some of these lighting wires, and yeah, let's get right on it. These 12 volt lines in with some spray foam after. That way everything is gonna stay put. And not like it matters once it's closed, but yeah. In case you're wondering what we're using for wiring this, it's called landscape wire. Bought it on Amazon. 16 gauge landscape wire. And it's a fairly thick jacket, so it's perfect for something like this, where you can kind of rattle or maybe get pinched, but probably not going to get pinched. So that's what I'm using. So the most frustrating part about this electrical is I'm an electrician by trade, or used to be. You can't really drill holes to pull the wire through, and it doesn't stay put. So you have to kind of like glue it up with like foil tape or duct tape. Duct tape doesn't seem to hold very good. And it's just kind of frustrating. And it just doesn't feel normal, because you'd never typically do that. But in this type of box, you kind of, I don't want to drill, some people drill the studs, like the metal studs, which I really do not want to do that. It's just too much of a structural loss. So just taping them and like spray foaming them in is kind of the best bet here, in my opinion. So typically you wouldn't really need to, if you don't want to, staple that or screw it in with straps. We're gonna have storage right underneath the mattress. It's not a lot, but it's at least something. You can put like bed sheets and maybe a pillow or maybe another blanket underneath there, because in something like this, storage counts. That's why I'm stapling all that. I got some of the lights done up here, but not a whole lot. Been kind of slacking. So, as I've said, I am using tape, which it's duct tape, aluminum foil tape. It seems to stick the best in my experience of doing this right here, just in here. But don't take my word for it. I recommend trying it yourself. So here's what I mean by taping it. Still not completely done strapping this up. Still have a few things to run. But that's essentially how it is. Some people say, why are you using solid wire for the 120 volt side? I mean, I used to own a 30-year-old RV, or a slide-in box camper, and it had solid wire in it. Mix, just like this. And I mean, it made it 30 years when I sold it, so it might last another 50 years. But it doesn't seem to affect the issues that some people may think. In a very crazy vibration, like say inside of a motor, or something like a motor controller that is mounted to the motor, yeah, absolutely, I get that. But in a motorhome, it doesn't seem that it really matters whether you use stranded or solid. For all the 12 volt side, I am using stranded because 16 gauge solid isn't as common, but yeah. So just run all your wires, make sure they're long enough. There's a saying, better looking at it than looking for it. In the electrical, some guys may know, because there's no way to lengthen a wire, but it's easy to cut a wire. So that's how I label my stuff. This is kitchen, and it just keeps the guessing out of it. I mean, it's not a big deal if you don't label it, but just saves you some time later on. Morning, everybody. Another day working on the beast. Still a little cold in here. Just got the heater fired up so we can be a little bit more comfy working in here. But we have to run the bathroom fan feed, and then we have to run a feed for the composting toilet. That's just about it. So for those building a van, truck, get yourself one of these tools. It's an oscillation tool or oscillating tool, multi-tool. It's awesome. And this is just a cheap, crappy one, but it makes life so easy. I hate this part. Part is not fun. I was doing this without a mask before, and I'd get like all this insulation flying in my mouth. Believe it or not, it doesn't taste very good. And then it gets in your lungs, and it feels funny. So you should probably put on a respirator and just go full nuts, you know. No OSHA violations here. For myself, I like to do a little bit more lighting than most people would. It's always easier to dim something down than it is to add. I'm going a little excessive on some of these lights in here. I just don't want any like dark spots, because that's my biggest, I hate that. There's one, there's gonna be another one right here, two in the dining area, and then two in the hall. That just makes it a little brighter, a little bit more appealing, in my opinion. You can always turn on some, you know, mood lighting, like strip lights and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. But yeah, to each their own. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing and share and like our videos. That would help us out a ton. And I'm by no means a professional RV electrician. I've just wired houses and commercial buildings, so take this with a grain of salt. But yeah, next week video, we're gonna be installing the ceiling and finally closing up some things, and it'll actually start looking like not just a construction site. So stay tuned. See you next week.